When it's a warm summer day and you just want something cold to drink, what's the first thing that pops into your mind? Well, for the majority of you, you'll probably want a cold soda to cool yourself from the warm summer heat. But what soda should you take? Probably the world's most popular soda beverage, Coca-Cola. In this video, we will dig deeper into the Coca Cola Company and their most popular drink, Coca-Cola, and how it rose to be the most popular soda beverage in the world. 19th century historical origins. John Pemberton, a Confederate colonel who fought in the American Civil War and got wounded, became addicted to morphine and began his quest to find a substitute for the problematic drug. The prototype that he started working on was called the Coca-Cola recipe and was formulated at Pemberton's Eagle Drug and Chemical House, a drugstore in Columbus, Georgia. The recipe was originally for a coca wine, an alcoholic beverage combining wine with cocaine. He may have been inspired by the formidable success of Vin Mariani, a French coca wine. John Pemberton was the original founder for Coca-Cola. Pemberton registered his French wine Coca Nerve Tonic in 1885, and in 1886, when Atlanta and Fulton County passed prohibition legislation, Pemberton responded by developing a non-alcoholic version of French wine coca, the famous Coca-Cola beverage. The first sale of a new beverage was at Jacob's Pharmacy in Atlanta, Georgia on May 8, 1886. Coca-Cola was initially sold as a patent medicine for 5 cents a glass at soda fountains. With inflation, 5 cents would be $1.35 in 2016. A soda fountain is a device that dispenses carbonated soft drinks called fountain drinks. Fountain drinks were popular in the United States because people believed that carbonated water was good and healthy. Pemberton claimed that Coca-Cola could cure many diseases, including morphine addiction, indigestion, nerve disorders, headaches, and impotence. The first advertisement for the Coca-Cola beverage ran on May 29, 1886 in the Atlanta Journal. In 1888, 3 versions of Coca-Cola were sold by 3 separate businessmen, and in January 14, 1888, a co-partnership had been formed between Pemberton and 4 other Atlanta businessmen, known as James C. Mayfield, A.O. Murphy, C.O. Malahi, and E.H. Bloodworth. John Pemberton declared that the name Coca-Cola belonged to his son Charlie, and that was the underlying factor that allowed Charlie to participate as a major shareholder in the Coca Cola Company Incorporation. The deal of selling 1/3 of the interest that Charlie owned was between Charlie and Asa Candler, with John Pemberton acting as co-signer for his son. The deal was $50 in down payment and $500 in 30 days. Candler & Co. obtained all of the 1/3 interest in the Coca-Cola Company that Charlie held, all while Charlie still held on to the name. After the April 14th deal, on April 17, 1888, 1/2 of the Walker Dozier interest shares were acquired by Candler for $750. The Coca-Cola Company. When Asa Candler had gained a better foothold on Coca-Cola in April 1888, he was forced to sell the beverage he produced under other names as Yum Yum and Coke, while Charlie Pemberton was selling another beverage under the name Coca-Cola because he still owned the name. When both names failed to catch on for Candler, he was determined to get the name Coca-Cola and hoped that he could establish a legal claim on the name. On August 16, 1888, Dr. John Pemberton died, and that was when Candler started his plan to obtain the name and take over the whole Coca-Cola Corporation. Candler is said to have quickly maneuvered to purchase the exclusive rights for the name Coca-Cola from Pemberton's son Charlie after the death of John Pemberton. One of several stories was that Candler bought the name for $300 from Charlie's mom by approaching her at John's funeral. $300 is equivalent to $8,127.87 in 2016. After August 30, 1888, Candler's plan to take full control almost became true. He had negotiated with Margaret Dozier and her brother Woolfolk Walker, who were remaining shareholders at the company. The agreement was $1,000. The money would be paid under a certain time span. By May 1889, Candler had the full ownership of the Coca-Cola beverage and the Coca-Cola Company, with a total investment of $2,300 paid over the years. On June 23, 1894, Charlie Pemberton was found unconscious with a stick of opium by his side, and 10 days later, Charlie died at Atlanta's Grady Hospital at the age of 40. By 1903, people's opinions started to change on the cocaine drug, and that forced the company to, over time, reduce the amount of cocaine used in the drug. And in 1929, the dangerous drug was completely removed from the beverage, making Coca-Cola drug-free. In 1914, Margaret Dozier, former share owner of the company, came forward to claim that her signature on the 1888 Coca-Cola Company bill of sale had been forged. Analysis of certain similar documents revealed that some documents that were signed by John Pemberton were also likely to have been forged by his son Charlie. On September 12, 1919, the Coca-Cola Company was purchased by a group of unknown investors for $25 million who reincorporated the company. $25 million at that time corresponds to about $353,240,178 today. 500,000 shares of the company were offered for $40 per share. The company later merged with two of their bottling operators owned by JTL Corporation and BCI Holding Corporation to form Coca-Cola Enterprises, Inc. in 1986, and in December 1991, Coca-Cola Enterprises merged with the Johnston Coca-Cola Bottling Group, Inc. 20th century. In 1894, the first outdoor wall advertisement that promoted the Coca-Cola drink was painted in Cartersville, Georgia. When Coca-Cola had reached its 50th anniversary, the soft drink had reached the status of a national icon in the United States in 1935, and it was certified kosher by Atlanta Rabbi Tobias Geffen, after some minor changes by the company in the sourcing of some ingredients. On July 12, 1944, Coca-Cola had reached a huge milestone. The company had manufactured the 1 billionth gallon of Coca-Cola syrup, and in 1955, cans were introduced. New Coke. On April 23, 1985, the Coca-Cola Company attempted to change the formula of the drink with New Coke, after taste tests had revealed that most customers preferred the taste of the New Coke to both the old one and Pepsi. But the change was not so popular when the public found out that the formula had been tampered with, and many started to protest and talked about nostalgia for the old drink, leading to a backlash. The company gave in to the protests and returned to a variation of the old formula by using high fructose corn syrup instead of cane sugar as the main sweetener, under the name Coca-Cola Classic on July 10, 1985. 21st century. In Canada, the name Coca-Cola Classic was changed back to Coca-Cola in April 2007 because the New Coke was no longer in production, eliminating the need to differentiate between the two, and the formula remained unchanged. In January 2009, Coca-Cola stopped printing the word classic on the labels of 16 U.S. fluid ounce bottles sold in parts of southeastern United States. 16 U.S. fluid ounce is 470 milliliters. Coca-Cola reached its 130th birthday in May 8, 2016, making it one of the oldest companies in the world. And that shows how beloved the drink is around the world. And now you know the story about the most popular soda beverage in the world, and how it rose to be where it is today. We hope that you found this video interesting. And if you liked it and enjoyed our content, please subscribe to the channel, and click on the notification bar so you don't miss any of our new videos. You can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, so that you can get an insight on how we make our videos. Links are down at the description, and feel free to donate to us on Patreon to support our work. Thanks for watching!